Hi guys, it's me again, Richard, the puppet person. I hope you're all doing well. In this video, I thought I'd show you a few things you can do to make puppets at home out of objects that you might already have lying around. Yeah, because there's so many objects that we don't use, and so many of them can be useful for puppets. Yeah, we might also be able to use some of that recycling that we might have lying around a bit more than we usually do at the moment. There's all sorts of ways we can build puppets out of objects that we just have lying around. Yeah, it's important basically with this to remember that first of all, the only limit is your imagination, really. And your imagination is really useful, and it's probably one of the greatest gifts and greatest tools that we have. So it should always be listened to. And it's really going to help you with this. So, how can we make an object out of something that's just lying around? So let me have a look at here. First of all, it's important to find an object that's interesting. So, for example, you could use a toothbrush. Now, I know it's just a toothbrush, but I often think that toothbrushes have quite a lot of character, strangely, even though it's just a plastic thing with some bristles on. It's important when you get an object to just look at it for a while and try and figure out, well, if this was alive, where might its head be? You know, where might its body be? Where might its feet be? Where might it be seeing from? All that sort of thing, you know. Then try and use some of the qualities of the object to try and see if that can inform the character of the object a bit. So I often think with toothbrushes, the bristles sort of make them look a little bit like fussy old men, I think. Just a sort of moustache quality to them. I don't know why, it just does that for me. So I've got my toothbrush, I've got the idea it could be a fussy old man. So I can build extra elements onto it. So for example, I could get one of these baggage tags that you use for like a sandwich bag, wrap that round, and he could have some little arms on there. Yeah? It's a very crude example, I'm aware. Yeah. Something really as simple as that. You could stick a couple of eyes on there, a few feet, and we've got a funny little old man. A better example, I've got this thing here. Now, this is just something we use for cleaning dust off camera lenses. Yeah, it's also good for dusting plants. It blows all the dust off. Yeah. Now, I know it's just a sort of strange rubber thing with a tube on it, but, you know, it comes apart, that's quite useful. Maybe I can move it around and make different things with it. Or, if I keep it as it is, that to me looks quite a lot like it could be a mosquito. But how can I turn that into a mosquito? Well, using my imagination, I realised I could stick a couple of eyes on it. Now I can use either googly eyes that I might have lying around at home if you're lucky enough, or I could just cut out some eyes and stick them on. Let's have a look, if this works. There, stick it on one eye. I hope he stays together. You can do a much better job than me, of course, as well. I'm just trying to show you a quick example. There you go. Stuck a couple of eyes on him that I cut out earlier. And he's already got a bit more character because of this long nose, hasn't he? Then maybe I thought, well, I've got these little bits of string lying around, so I just cut out a few of these bits of string. I stuck them on a bit of paper, and I'm sticking that paper to our mosquito. Give me 1 second. There we go. And he's got some legs and some eyes. It's a bit crude, I know, but, you know, it's all a quick example. And then I've just cut out some paper to make his wings. Now you can obviously glue those on. If I just hold those on for a second, and you can sort of see what I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly. So it's a really simple way, just looking at objects and finding a different thing that they could be. Another great thing you have, probably most of you have got, if all of you have got at home, is a wooden spoon. Now, a wooden spoon is great for us because it's basically just a blank canvas and it already looks a bit like a person. So we can apply so much to just an empty canvas like a wooden spoon. So as you can see here, I've just tied an old shoelace around it here to create some arms, very basic arms. If you want to take that a step further, you could cut out some cardboard hands maybe from a cereal packet or something you've got lying around. I was lucky enough to have these strange rubber hands already lying around at home. So there you go. ho ho, he's got a hand already. Yeah, again, if you use something like googly eyes, good old googly eyes, you could stick a couple of them on there. Hang on, give me 1 second. Where's my glue? Yeah, stick a couple of them on there. And yeah, that's quite great already, isn't it? Or maybe we want to make him a bit more interesting. Let's make him a pirate, because pirates are fun. Yeah, there we go. I just cut out a bit of black felt earlier. Stick that on there. Yeah, let's make him a bit happier about this. There you go, you're alive now. Ha ha! Yeah, great. Or you could get something like wool, which I had lying around. You could stick that on the back. Now he's got a bit of a, or she's got a bit of a perhaps, sort of pirate grandma feel about it. Yeah. Then you can add to that by, if you've got a sort of a handkerchief or anything like that at home, like I have here, you could just tie that round. Oops, there goes a hair. It was a wig. Yeah. You can tie her on that. She's got a little shawl thing on. Let's stick her hair back on. Put your wig back on. Yeah, whoops. I don't think that wants to stay on. Yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, and all that is some wool, a spoon with some bits on it, and a handkerchief. And if you want to have arms, a shoelace. Yeah. You can basically just stick anything you want on there, and it will become a whole different series of characters, and a whole different thing every time, which is brilliant. And finally, the other little thing I thought is cool is think about things like hats are really useful. So I've got this flat cap here, just a flat cap. But if I think about it in a different way, I think, okay, I can move the top of the hat this way and put my hand in there, and I could put my thumb in the bottom of the hat, and I've already, it sort of naturally gives me this big mouth. Blip, 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 blip. And to me, that always looks a little bit like it's a frog or something. Yeah, and if I stuck a couple of ping pong balls on there or something, I'd have a frog hat. Yeah, or I've got this hat here, it's just a bobble hat, but again, just, I don't even need to add anything to this one. I could just hold it in a couple of places. I could put my hands either side there. It's already got this big ball on the top that gives it a head. Oh look, it looks a little bit like a sort of baby penguin or something, doesn't it? Yeah, and finally, you can combine objects to make some interesting things. So, I've got this lampshade, and I also had some old swimming goggles that I attached to the front of it. Oh yeah, it's got this weird... He looks astonished by everything, doesn't he? There's his head, and if I get this old scarf here, very big scarf, I could hold the back into the head here. Look at that, he's got a bit of a body already. Yeah. And if I hold the other end, he's got a hand. Yeah, really simple. So basically, anything in your house can be a puppet if you apply the right thinking to it and the right level of imagination. So have a play, see what you can make, and make sure you send us your examples and things that you've done at home. We'd love to hear from you. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how we can focus more on bringing puppets to life and things we can do to really show that they're alive. But in the meantime, have a play, make some puppets, and have a great day, guys. Thanks.